This is the voice of freedom. We are not one voice. We are many. We are your voice. But we can only be effective if you use your voice. Your voice. This is the voice of freedom. We will not hide from the truth. We will ask the hard questions until we are sure we have the truth. Welcome to the voice of freedom, where your voice will never be silenced. Well, good evening, folks. Sorry it's a bit late getting back to you this evening. I'm just having a bit of a look down here to open up the message that I've received. So, little bit of an update on what's going on with the Aussie Cossack. So far we've had a little bit of news that he has been kept in isolation since he was put in for 6 weeks recently. Of course, we all know about that. The Send the Postcard to the Cossack campaign is going along really, really well. And if you haven't done so yet, I'll put the address up shortly where you can send him a postcard. We've got news that it's going really well. And people are sending cards from all over the world. So that's exceptional. Mrs. Cossack is just blown away by the reception that everybody is getting. So, yeah, that's very, very exciting. Hello, Christine. Nice to see you in here. The news that I've got is not complete. Mrs. Cossack is flat out. She's obviously dealing with a lot of things at the moment. There is a new lawyer, and I have had some questions from people on, pretty sure it's the Nun2K channel, or might have been through Facebook, asking me what the new lawyer's name is. I haven't been able to get that information yet. I'm not sure they want to share it, so I will ask. We'll just see what happens. Now, Simeon has been moved, so this is probably the more concerning issue of the moment. Now, he was in the remand centre in segregation, and as we understand it, every day he was being, well, not harassed, but he was being attended by a doctor every day, I suspect, with a needle in one hand, demanding that he get jabbed. Now, he resisted that and has been consistent in resisting that. But yesterday, Mrs. Cossack believes, and I'll read directly from her text here. Now, apparently he got transferred under high-risk security, which is max in Silverwater. But it is in a different building to the remand centre, obviously enough. Mentally, he is still very, very good. Now, neither the solicitors or the barristers can understand why he got bail refused. So there is some confusion with the new group of barristers and solicitors involved, at any rate, why he wasn't out when he should have been out, if you know what I mean. That's made for a lot of interesting thinking in the camp, in that this could well be termed a political prisoner, or that's the angle it seems like they might be thinking. Now, a new hearing date for a bail hearing has not been determined yet, but she was hoping to hear something from the new lawyer about that either later today or tomorrow. She's been really busy, running around, very, very busy indeed. So that's the latest news directly from Mrs. Cossack. Now, news on the send Simeon a card. Well, I can tell you, a great deal of people have got involved with this. It is absolutely describing what happened there. So please, yes, if you haven't already done so, grab yourself a one of those packs of postcards, 10 for a buck, and get a stamp on it. Send a few thoughts that you're thinking of him, and I think that will absolutely impress the hell out of him every day. He'll cheer him up. But rest assured, we do expect some good news from the next bail hearing. I've been not able to confirm, but all indications are that the Aussie Cossack videos that were taken down have been taken down with his consent, or at least the consent of his lawyers and Mrs. Cossack. Now, I know for a fact that he was the only person who had access to his YouTube passwords and YouTube site, full stop. Nobody else. Mrs. Cossack generally runs the Telegram channel, and the Aussie Cossack had full and complete control of the YouTube channel. So that was the sticking point. Nobody else could get into the website, or get in and delete videos unless it was him personally or he passed his password over. It doesn't look that like they petitioned YouTube to have his channel taken down, because the channel is still up. Just the videos are missing. There are still videos, or still content there, pictures. But yeah, the video's still gone. So we'll hopefully find out more about that in the next day or two, and fingers crossed, all things going well, he might be out not over the weekend, but maybe before the weekend, if they can get a hearing on Friday, and if not, maybe early next week. More details as they come to hand, of course. Now, there have been a few other things going on in the media, something I would like to talk about, but I'm a bit hesitant to, because it involves the event that got the other channel suspended for 3 months. And for one line, can I just say, I mentioned one line about the event, and that's why it was taken off. So I won't mention the event here, but I will on Project Matilda. So shortly I'll go over there. I'll record another video where I'll discuss the issues. But I'm seeing some interesting reports in the media, particularly through news.com.au. In the last few days, many reports about Vladimir Putin and assassination attempts on him. The fact that he's old, he may be sick, that he is going off to a sanitarium. That'll be the nice way that they get him out. I would just draw your name to the former security source that is the information source for those stories, and we might have a bit of a chat about that over on Project Matilda, where you are allowed to talk about such things. So I can't do that here, unfortunately, but maybe one day, but certainly not at the moment. But at Project Matilda, that's exactly an uncensored platform. They're not going to take us off the air for trying to tell you the truth about things. So look forward to seeing you over there if you haven't gone already, projectmatilda.com. And if you have a look at the channels, tv.projectmatilda.com is what we're looking for there. If you want to go and have a look now, there are all types of content providers there already who are showing what they're putting together, and you'll find lots of content from all over the world that's being added on a daily basis. Now, bear in mind, the site is still growing. Okay, so if something doesn't work quite right, or there is an issue, don't get upset. Send a message. Project Matilda are in the messages. They're always monitoring your messages. And if they're not around answering you immediately, then they will get back to you in the near future, or they'll send out a block message if it's a big problem. But they are there fixing stuff, if it requires fixing. But it is in its fledgling state. Well, a bit more than fledgling, I'll be honest. We've got live streaming up and going, so there's still tweaks to go on there. But I put the first live stream out today. No green screen, except for the green screen, and we'll tweak that. We'll make it get a little better. But we are able to upload videos, and you too can become a content creator there and maybe make $1 or $2 out of it. So we would encourage you, if you are a freedom fighter that wants to get a show together, I can help you do that. But maybe you don't need my help. Maybe you know what you're doing. So go ahead and do it. It's just a matter of having a bit of an idea about content and getting in and talking about it. So Project Matilda, awesome place, and a great place to speak truth and know that you're not going to go and get taken off the air. And while it is a monetized platform, it's only starting out. So if you are into monetizing things and all that kind of stuff, then I'm sure that they're looking for people who can bring more people on board. So if you've got a following already, please get in touch with them. They're great people, very flexible, and only here to give us a place that's safe to tell everybody the truth. Everybody can have a say, and that's what this platform is all about. That's why it's called the Voice of Freedom. It's not just about my voice, it's about your voice. And hopefully you'll ask some questions. You can write in. We'll have a back end shortly where you'll be able to make contact with questions and send videos or, hints, tips and ideas, intel that you've come across. We're very keen to be able to show all that to you. And we can only do that on projectmatilda.com. Now, coming up tomorrow, I'm pretty excited. Now, over on the other channel, you might have seen one of my, fairly early videos was with a wonderful woman by the name of Michelle Lee. Now, Michelle is insane. I say that with the greatest of respect, but the only person I know that would get in a rowboat and attempt to row it from under the San Francisco Golden Gate Bridge to under the Sydney Harbour Bridge is insane. She's not, but why? She is one of the bravest women I have ever met in my life. And, well, I'm looking forward to having another chat with her. So the journey is some 14,500 kilometres. How many times will she stroke the oars? What is the average speed she has to make? How does she avoid the big ships? How do we track her? How do we know that she hasn't been wiped out by a wave? What's the boat like? All that sort of stuff. Well, with a little bit of luck, we will have her tomorrow morning. Well, not with a little bit of luck. She's agreed certainly. There you go. My voice disappeared. I apologize. Right. So Michelle is going to be on tomorrow morning from 9 a.m. We're going to have a chat about all things in the journey. Unbelievable journey that it is. Some 14,500 kilometres, as I said. She's going to trek from under the Golden Gate Bridge to the Sydney Harbour Bridge. And look, the statistics involved with this journey are just mind-blowing. She has to row an average amount of strokes per day to cover a certain distance per week, to cover a certain distance per month, to hopefully get here within 12 months. That's the plan. But everything that she can use to keep herself alive has to be kept on board. She's doing this alone and unassisted. So it is truly a unbelievable feat of endurance. And I've had the great pleasure of speaking to Michelle before. Her magnificent rowboat is already packed up in a cargo container and on its way to the US. I think that happened just in the last few days. And she herself is heading off in the next few days to America to set up. So can't wait to get her on the show tomorrow. That's 9 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. And we will be talking with the wonderful Michelle Lee. I'm really excited about that, and I hope you can come along and join us. So that's about all the news I have at the moment. I will, as I say, record something now and pop it up on Project Matilda. So probably give that half an hour or so before you go over and try and find that. And we'll have a bit of a chat about the news articles that I'm seeing at the moment that I can't really refer to here. Anyway, look forward to your company then. And please, if you can join me tomorrow morning right here for a great chat with Michelle Lee. I'm looking forward to that. Can't really go into anything with what's going on with Ricardo at the moment. Ricardo Bosi and the team are really debriefing after the election. I'm sure they're going to take a day or two. There is some talk. I think they're going to Canberra on Saturday, but I'll confirm that. Might have a chat with Dave Graham and try and find out what he's doing at some stage tomorrow too. He's been pretty active in the last few days, so I'll be excited to hear what he's getting up to. So we'll try and put that on the air for tomorrow as well. Thanks once again for coming along. Please like and subscribe. And if you know people who were on the other channel, please bring them over to the Voice of Freedom. It should be pretty easily found now on YouTube, and we will have a lot more available coming up on Project Matilda too. Yes, so yeah, Ricardo, I think after the election, thanks, Christine, he's just sitting back. They've done a lot of debriefing with the entire A1 team of candidates and, of course, the background team supporting them. They've had some really good results, can I tell you? Down in Gilmore, I think Nina polled over 4% of the vote. Ricardo polled over 4% of the vote. Lindsay, unfortunately, won't get in the Queensland Senate, nor will Paul in South Australia or Vince or Maddie. But they all polled extremely, extremely well. And there are some serious question marks about where second preference votes go for independents and all that sort of stuff. So if you do have concerns about the way you voted or the way that the vote was held, we are still encouraging you to go to the AEC and make a complaint, and go to the AFP and make a complaint, and go to Fair Work Australia and make a complaint. We're not sure that anybody's going to do anything about it from any agency, but the fact of the matter is they certainly won't if not enough people complain, and it will just make, well, what they are doing that much more obvious, we hope, if they do attempt to do nothing about it, and we can't allow that to happen. So your support there, greatly appreciated. All right, folks, thank you very much. I won't keep you up any longer. I know it's late, and I'm sorry I've kept you up this late, and I sort of hoped I'd get the update on the Cossack a little bit earlier. So that latest news on him, once again, is he has been shifted out of the remand centre and into maximum security. He's in good spirits, according to Mrs. Cossack, all things going well. And the Send the Aussie Cossack postcard campaign continues with great zeal. If you haven't got on board yet, then please do. We really want you to get on board. We can't wait to hear what he has to say about the exciting times that he had reading some of your postcards, because I'm led to believe that he has had quite a number of them delivered this week. I'll put the address just up again one time. He's had quite a lot of them delivered this week, and I'm pretty sure that he's received some, if not all of them. So we'll wait and see. Hopefully his bail hearing later this week is going to help that. So thank you once again, folks. That's the Aussie Cossack's address if you'd like to send him a postcard. Send your feelings, and I'll have another update for you tomorrow at some stage. Don't forget to join me at 9 a.m. to have a talk with Michelle Lee, going to row across the Pacific Ocean. Unbelievable. The bravest woman one of the bravest women I have ever spoken to. Look forward to your company then. Have a good night.